Hey everybody, morning. We're here on a beautiful morning. You hear the birds chirping and everything, and there's peace. Peace and quiet. I'm with my Can-Am. It's a beautiful day, and everything is nice. Little spider web. Everything's good. But what happens when you don't have everything go right? So I just wanted to tell you a little story. And this is just a little bit of behind the scenes. It's not even really for the main channel, but for you diehard fans that want to see. So our plan was to come down to West Virginia and ride with Keith and friends. And as some of you know, I keep the limo down here, the Can-Am RS Turbo RR Max, as I choke on my words. And the delicious pancakes I just had. So, the plan was for us to go ahead and drive a vehicle down to Tennessee, pick this up, use somebody's truck and trailer, and then continue on to West Virginia, and then I would be riding Hatfield McCoy with Keith and friends. And you can wind up going to U-Haul and renting trucks and stuff like that. But I tried to borrow from somebody, and it didn't work out. There was a mechanical issue at the last minute with the truck, and the trailer was not safe enough for the ride since she's big. And so, I had to just go to U-Haul. So, as you can see, U-Haul. So, she barely fits. She just fits, kind of fits, mostly fits. Weight isn't an issue. She's just lengthwise, the tires and everything. So, the reason I'm doing this video is to always be able to have a plan B and a plan C and roll with it. I know there's certain things that won't permit you to do that. Time, money, and just personnel as well, right? So if you were going to borrow something and there's a technical issue, then you got to fall back and rent something. And that's what we did. Instead of me driving a vehicle down here and then borrowing a truck to save the mileage, it's about 10 hours of a drive from New Jersey. Had to take my own truck, and that's not a big deal. It's still, I got 21 miles per gallon on the V8 instead of 32, 35 in a hybrid. Not a big deal. That was the first part. Second part is the truck that I was going to be down here obviously had technical issues, and then the trailer was just not going to work. Luckily enough, U-Haul does rent these by the day, and they're not cheap, but they will work on mostly any, as long as you got the wiring, and it's all pretty good. And I do have to say, I've used U-Haul before. There's no shame in that. The happiness I get when I'm driving this is she's just very comfortable. And we just came back from Moab on being a guest with Can-Am, and we rode some of the Maverick R's, and those are such beautiful vehicles. But just like this, they're like wide as hell, 77. Now, I haven't measured her lately, but with everything that goes with the 35s and the arms and everything, she's probably 75, 77. I don't even know, maybe wider. Regardless, she fits on a car trailer, so that's how wide it is. I would love to have a Can-Am up in New Jersey. I think this year is probably going to be mostly a local trip. I have been invited to New Hampshire and Maine. They are more of 64-inch ride locations. So I will wind up, still keeping a 64 or the R-Max or another unit up there. But my challenge and the question is, I'm going to be towing this over to West Virginia. I think it's about 3 and something hours from here. and then coming back. And the question is, do I leave her here where I may not be able to ride her much this summer based on scheduling and, just everything that's going on? Or do I bring her home to Pennsylvania? And if I do, there's only a couple places I could really ride her. AOAA, and, I'm not a member of FRO anymore, but obviously I could join there and ride her there. And that's those are really the only places you're going to be able to ride. I mean, I get it. I can go to Rock Ridge, I can go to Mines and Meadows, I can go to Mountain Ridge and ride her as well. But there will be some trails that I just won't be able to fit down. And it's not a difficult one. I'm going to pay gas no matter what going home. It'll just be 2 or 3 times the gas towing her back, but that's the way it is. That's not an issue. Like I said, time and money and resources or personnel. And I do really want to thank everybody who helps me with lodging and equipment and assistance and help and support. Just everybody, it doesn't matter who it is. Craig and Jack and Scott, and over time, it's my sponsors. All my sponsors help me out, and not just being a sponsor. They're there and they help as well. So all different times, it's great to have a support network. I call it a support network. It's not like it's a medical issue, but a support network and having people help you tell a story or help you be partners, and you get to do all this. So that's the big question. And I'll give you all a call probably when we get over to West Virginia and I have some downtime, and just say, hey, we did a weekly rental on a U-Haul. It was X amount of dollars, and now we're going to want to do a one-way, which is a different cost on their behalf. One way, and in addition to that, a one-way from West Virginia, not here in La Follette, which is where we got it. So I have to call them up and say, hey, I don't want to drive 4 hours back. I got to go here. What can we do? So I'm hoping that they can work something out like that, because I really think I'd like to probably have this in the Northeast for the summer. And maybe for a period of time, maybe even when the winter gets here, that'll be awesome too. I don't know if she'll fit in the portal down into town. I have to look and see. They just redid the portal, which is awesome. I just do not know the nature of the width and the hills and everything that they're putting together. So either way, that is the discussion that we're having now. Again, thank you everybody who has supported me for being down here in Tennessee. And I'm looking forward to Keith and riding with everybody as well for down in West Virginia. Over in West Virginia. I keep saying down in West Virginia. It's actually east of here, from what I can remember. I did want to say thank you, Paul, for your services yesterday, for doing some touring. I mean, it's half of it is tour guide services, and the other half is not riding by yourself. To have someone there that you can, if you get stuck somewhere, that's one of the main things. Without me saying too many times, I did a quick mud rinse. As you can see, it's not an extensive clean. I just wanted to get her somewhat suitable, because she's going to get muddy again when I get to West Virginia. Things we have scheduled. I don't think I'll have a big enough trailer, but she could also go to Tar Hollow. She's just probably a little bit big for Tar Hollow. I think a 64 makes more sense, or an ATV for Tar Hollow, to get through all those trails. Not that I haven't seen 4-seaters out there, but she is quite a limo, as you can see. She's quite a long vehicle. So in the light of trying to keep these videos down, I'm already up at 9 minutes, and just wanted to keep them under 10 minutes for you. Thank you again, DTF Power Sports, for doing the work on Black Beauty here. Blue Beauty, Black Beauty, whatever we want to call her. Everybody's got a different name for her. The limo. And again, thank you everybody who's helped make this trip possible. There's a bit of behind the scenes, but I think we're going to do our best to try to get her up to Pennsylvania for the summer. So you may see us up at AOAA. If you do, I still got to get some decent flags, but we generally don't fly too many flags all over the place. But thanks again, everybody, and we'll see you out there on the trail. Did I make it? Nope. 6 seconds over. Sue me.